Alright, hello boys and girls. Today I wanted to make a video to show you how to make these things called Sonobe units. You can use these to make all sorts of cool shapes. We call these polyhedrons. You can make all kinds of cool polyhedrons. You can use colorful paper and they really make beautiful designs. You can make all sorts of things. Here's this little football, here's a cube that you can make into your own little die, or these wonderful little spike ball things. And basically, all it takes is knowing how to make one of these, and then if you make several of them, they fit together like this. So if you want to make the football thing, it takes 3 Sonobe units. And if you want to make the other things, it takes much more. To start, I will show you how to make individual Sonobe units, and then I will show you how to put them together into making one of these large things. Okay, and you can actually make all sorts of different things, not just what you see here, not just these shapes. There are even more shapes. In fact, I've recently discovered that the only thing that limits the number of three-dimensional objects you can make is your imagination. If you have a vast imagination, you can make almost an infinite number of polyhedrons with beautiful designs. So, let's begin with a square piece of paper. It's important that it is a square piece of paper, not a rectangle. If you have rectangular pieces of paper, do the trick where you fold it over and cut exactly where you have perpendicular angles and 45-degree angles. You will have a square. So, I have the square. I'm going to assume that you all have a square, and I'm going to show you how to make the Sonobe units. So the first thing we do is we fold it in half like this. And every time we fold it, it's important that we make a really good crease. So when you fold it, press really hard to make a very solid crease. Now we're going to fold it again, bringing each piece to the middle now. So it's almost going to resemble a hot dog bun when we are done. So let's make this hot dog bun. Boom. Here we go. Again, we make these really strong crease lines. They will help us later, and they will make our overall Sonobe units a little bit tighter, because when we try to fit them all together, we want them to be real tight in their construction. Alright, so now you can see I have 4 sections, 4 individual sections. Now I'm going to hold it like this, where a line is horizontal to me. And I'm going to look at the bottom left. This is important. It has to be the bottom left. And I'm going to fold this corner up just like that. So I've essentially made this little triangle, little right triangle piece cut out. And now I'm going to do that same sort of move again. I'm going to fold that in half again so that it matches this line. As you can see, it perfectly matches this line, and now I'm going to fold it so that that line is essentially what is maintained. Everything is hidden behind this fold now. And I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to do the exact same process once more. So I take this bottom left corner and I fold it up like this so that this edge matches my crease that I have made. I fold it, I'm going to press really hard, keep those lines tight. Okay, once again, fold it again, keep those lines tight, press really hard. And hide all of that now. Now we're going to fold it like this. Okay, so now that I have this envelope looking shape, I'm going to take the bottom right and fold all the way up so that it matches my top right edge. Okay? I'm going to get very close, look very carefully at it. Okay? Now I can put a really good solid crease into it. And now here's kind of a tricky move. I'm going to pull up the tab that I had, and then I'm going to pull it back down. So essentially this piece that I had is getting tucked underneath the opposite side. And I'm going to now flip it over 180 degrees, and I'm going to do the same exact thing again. The bottom right goes up, matches perfectly along that top edge. I'm going to put a crease in it, make it really nice. And now I'm going to tuck this under there, just as we did with the other one, but now you can't fold it all the way up. You just have to tuck it in like here. Yep, putting it down for bed for the night. All right, we are almost done. And the last thing that we want to do is take these corners and bend them this way, like this. And then once more, bend them this way, like this. And then you'll see they kind of match up. They create this pretty cool design. Where they create a line, you're going to want to bend it in half, just because almost all of the designs that you will make with these Sonobe units will have a bend right here. So this one, you can imagine there's a piece right here, so it has a bend right there. Or with this piece, the bend goes the opposite direction. The bend goes like this. Here it is a convex bend. Here it is a concave bend. And we will need both of those as we create our shapes, our polyhedrons. So if you need to rewatch the video, pause it, do anything again, I'm going to make one more, and then I'm going to demonstrate how to put them together. So this time I'm going to go a little bit faster, but I will narrate everything that I'm doing. I will fold it in half, like this, like so. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use this edge, because that's a little bit cleaner. The other edge, I cut, and so it's not perfectly straight like the others are. All right, I've made my first crease. Now I fold each other piece. The bottom, fold into the middle. Flip it over, the bottom, fold it to the middle. I have made many hundreds of these Sonobe units before, and I will probably make hundreds more also, because every few years, when I realize that I have none of these lying around, I get the feeling, oh man, I need some polyhedrons in my life. And I find some colored paper, spend a few minutes, and I make one of these cool spiky soccer balls. Alright. So, now that I have these, I'll tuck this one up. I will tuck this one in like this. Alright, good. I'll flip it over, and I will fold the corners almost like wings. I will fold the wings so that this bird can fly. Okay, we have 2 more Sonobe units to add to the collection. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you how to make is these football shaped things. It requires 3 Sonobe units. 3 Sonobe units. So I will use the two that I just made and one more that I had from before. As you can see, they're all pretty much identical. Sometimes there are slight differences, but generally, even if you make a slight mistake, they'll still work, they'll still fit together. So what we need to do is kind of imagine this point out here as a wing. The wing is going to slide into one of these slots. So each one of these has kind of slot pieces and wing pieces. In the middle, there are two slots. And as long as the wings are folded, the slots stay tight. And you can almost imagine like these are paper Legos where this piece goes into there. And now this third one is going to do the same thing to the piece we just had. It goes into that slot. And now this wing that's open will go into the slot of this third one. So we put three together, and now this three together shape is one of the most versatile shapes with the Sonobe units. This is kind of the starting shape for making the football shapes, and it's also how we're going to eventually make the spiky soccer ball. Okay, so for the other side, we have the top made. Now we need to flip it over and focus on the other part. Well, we're going to do the exact same thing. So if I take this piece, I know that it needs to fit this wing into this slot. And now I need to fit this wing into this slot. And then last thing, I'm going to fit this wing into this slot. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Alright, so this piece, this wonderful, I believe it's called a quadrihedron. I might be wrong about that. What you're going to want to do is create these three-piece units. So again, like I just said, we fit three pieces together, and we're going to need 4 of those three-piece units. So I have 3 pieces here, and 3 pieces there, and 3 pieces here. Let's make sure they're all fitting together how they should. This one seems to have some sort of issue going on. It's going to be okay though. Not going to cause any problems. And here, 3 more. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these little pyramid units. And I'm going to begin by taking just this one and this one. And we kind of just have to see this fits in with that slot, and then this one does the same here. Okay? It's kind of, ooh, this might get hard to show you some of the things that I'm going to need to do. So I'm going to kind of hold this, and I begin to just kind of search for places where it would be good to put one of these slot pieces. So I put the wing down here, and then this wing needs to fit into this slot. And if this is the case, I now know that this wing needs to go into this slot. And then this wing will fit into this slot. So now we have 3 of these pieces stuck together. You can see there are 3 open wings, and there are going to be 3 wings here. So let's begin by fitting this wing into this slot, and at the same time we're going to put this wing into the matching slot. And we're going to go around and do that for all 3 of the free wings. Goes in here. Alright, and now we have these 2. Careful not to get that stuck inside. this wing is going to go down, and this wing is going to go in. And now, as soon as you do it, oftentimes some of the pieces will be a little bit loose. So that's why I kind of like to search around and just push all of the wings inside of their slots and make sure that everything is sticking together really well. And then it becomes, you know, it's actually a pretty durable, even though it's made out of paper, you know, it'll pop apart, but you can always put it back together too. So that is how we make our polyhedrons out of Sonobe units. All right, I hope that you all find this interesting, and maybe you'll go make some for yourself, keep them in your bedroom, or put them on a Christmas tree. If you were to put a hook from here, you could use it as an ornament around your house, some sort of decoration. Or maybe you just want to put it on your desk, like I've been keeping it on my desk while the students are away learning online. I see it and it brightens my mood. All right, well, thanks everyone. I hope you all have a great day.